Hello, guys, and welcome to Noob's Corner. My name is Super Peter, and today we are about to learn how to mix vocals in FL Studio 20. It doesn't matter which version of FL Studio you're using, you can use these tips to mix your vocals. So, to start with, I'm first gonna clean up the sound that you're hearing because sometimes it has a lot of low end, and I don't like that. I like it a bit like just like that. You have it there. And the other thing that I'm about to say, I know so many people might not agree with me, but it is evident. You can see there is nothing above 10K. So I don't record my vocals in FL Studio because of this very same reason. I feel like FL Studio cuts anything above 10K and it doesn't sound good for me. I don't know whether it's my settings or what it has to do with vocals, but yeah, that's it for me. I don't use FL Studio in recording vocals. So the first thing that I do with my vocals, as you are hearing, is that I cut some S's, this and yeah, I just cut them. I just guess they are around there, and I raise something around 3K, a very good slab, not a short one. And then I also do some cuts around 2K because of one, I've learned my room and my microphone weaknesses in their relation, and I also learned my voice. And the other thing that I look for these vocals, these frequencies that sound boxy, like you can hear around there. Things sound a lot boxy and they're not nice. And boom, with that you can mix any vocals. But to demonstrate this, allow me to import some vocals of a song that I did long ago when I was practicing. And the song was not released because it was a cover song. I didn't release it because I failed to fake speaking in tongues. That's funny anyway to me. So I cannot fake speaking in tongues because it was a gospel song. So I neglected the project. So let's revisit it. So you're about to learn how to turn things around. Let's import the stems. So yeah, we are about to learn how to turn this. Into this. So guys, with that as you have heard, let's dive right into making these vocals to something good for your ears consumption. And because I like my beats on top, let me first do this. And we select everything and we fill them in. Boom, we are done. So yeah, now there is no secret or shortcuts in mixing vocals. You have to get it right in the right way. The second thing is that you have to learn your microphone and your room in relationship or in relation to your vocals. You also have to learn the room, weaknesses, and your microphone weaknesses. You also have to know to learn where things are lacking, they need to be improved, or where things are too much and they need to be cut off. That's some steps that are very important that you need to learn. Also, the other thing is about the song that you're performing or the artist that you are mixing for. The first thing that they have to do is to know their song. Of course, so many people come to me with when they have not practiced enough, so you have to practice, to get it right, how you want it to be performed, then get it right from the microphone, from the word go. Perfect your performance. There is nobody who is perfect, but make sure that you get something around 80, 90. That's your good to go. And also make sure that you budget for your backups. So many people doesn't care about backups. They just write the song and come to studio and we do it and boom. And you have to understand that in mixing, or in gospel music, there's a lot of backups going on. Some music have to feel like a choir or something. So yeah, you have to get it right from the beginning. So that done and said, let's start. The first thing that I do with vocals is to introduce a parametric EQ. This tutorial is about, stock plugins. So the first thing I introduce is a parametric EQ. It doesn't matter the sound or the voice or the vocals. I told you I have a default. Anything below 100 for vocals, you should go. And most instruments, actually, you should go. So that's me just singing. That's a raw vocal. I'm just singing. There's nothing, there's no effect. It just comes from the previous session of Studio One. So in these vocals, the first thing I need to do, because I know this is my voice, I know it, I know what I lack and what I have. So the first thing I do is, of course, to look for boominess. Don't overdo things, don't attenuate or cut too much. Anything around 1 dB or 1.5, that's enough. The next thing that I do, as I've told, is to look for the T's and S's. That's through Ash. And the next thing that I do for my vocals, I make sure that I raise around above 3K, to make sure that the vocals have hair in them. Then maybe the last thing that I should do is look for the boxiness in the vocals. I think there is, it might be very little, but trust me, the moment they build up, these get messy and they sound so ash in your ears. And with that, I'm done with this slot. So at times I just copy paste things and then adjust accordingly, but for the purpose of this tutorial, let's do each strip with their mixing. And for this, let me go for maybe a vocal that sounds like it's in the lower octave. I can feel that one is in the higher octave of the song. So let's listen in and see which backup was done, maybe in the second voice or something. I think this should be it. Yeah, now we got that. Now let's mix this one and see how things will turn out like. As usual, I do away with anything below 100. You can hear hear how things sound like as if I was singing, like I was closing my nose and singing at the same time.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The other steps, should just follow the switch. There is nothing that will change much because the same person who is singing.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You can hear the whistles and that's come along with the teas, and let's also deal with some boxiness.
Ooh, ooh.
You can hear around that you have a lot of boxiness. Let's make it a little bit in.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Now let's cut around there.
Ooh, ooh,
Let's give a slope around. That slope would do.
ooh, ooh,
I can hear some whistling or something.
ooh, 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 ooh.
There we got some whistling going around there. So let's continue it or cut some, some like 1.5 dB. Now let's go to the second part of this songs mixing. I throw in a compressor, and for the purpose of showing things, let's use a fruit limiter. It's a very good compressor. And the moment you open the limiter, it is always on the limiter section. So make sure you press on compressor, and boom, you got your compressor. And let me show you how things go around along with this compressor. Let's solo in this one. Let's maybe have one vocal singing.
Ooh, ooh.
So the first thing you have to deal with is the threshold. Make sure that the threshold touches just a little bit of your vocals. Next thing is the knee. The knee is like you're telling the compressor how much it needs to to press down. So I do with anything below 50 because I know I things to be slumped like down. So listen in and adjust accordingly.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Nana, ooh, 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 ooh.
Then there is the ratio, like you are telling the compressor how much it needs to take effect. So you have to be very careful with this because the moment you overdo things sound squashed, they sound stretched, and they're not good for your ears. So yeah, I think that's enough for this vocal.
Ooh, ooh,
You can see the compressor is just doing a little bit. You can see the notch that is turning down.
ooh, 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 ooh. Nineveh,
That's a loud part.
Nineveh, nyona maitaku.
So with this compressor in place, you can hear the vocals volume is a little bit balanced, things not popping out on and off like randomly. So that's the purpose of compressing the vocals you get around, and consistent vocals. And there's another question that comes up: which should come first, compressor or the EQ? There are no rules, guys. Just do with what works for you. But the concept of using them is the same. Make sure that you don't just cram the numbers that I just said, like you go for the ratio of around 20. No, listen to the needs of your vocals, because every vocals is different. The only thing that the world have not heard is maybe the vocals of that, or the voice of that artist you're working for, or that your voice that you are trying to put in a song. That's the only thing that will be new in the world. The rest, music has 7 notes, as I always say, and they have all been played. So we have nothing new in music apart from your voice, or your artist's voice. So if you get these steps right, your vocals shall be good and right. Yeah, so from there, guys, maybe for the purpose of demonstrating, let's now go to the lower octave side of the vocals, and here now what you're going to do with the compressor. And again, I'm going to be using the Fruity Looper.
Ooh.
Let's solo in the vocals.
Ooh. 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 Never, never, Jana ngaitaku. Never,
You can see this part is very loud, so the compressor is turning down too much, but don't let that worry you, because the vocals will be on and off of sometimes they're loud, sometimes they're low. And as I said, this, by the time I was recording these vocals, I wasn't even ready to mix. That's why the song actually never came out. It was neglected. Yeah, because I felt I didn't learn so many things. But the moment I got the concept right, I said, why not use it to teach other guys who are struggling like me? If you are a pro and you're watching this tutorial up to this part, please don't judge me. Make sure that you show us the right thing. But I think at my level, this is the right thing to do, because I can say I've done this and it has given me some great results. The next thing that I'm going to draw in, guys, is a de-esser, and for this, allow me to use, and let's use this de-esser, guys. Where is it? Yep. Let's use this de-esser for the purpose of explaining things.
ooh.
You can see up to that point the vocals are clean. They don't have so much going on in the high frequencies.
Ooh. 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 Never, never, Jana ngaitaku.
You can see when the chi comes in.
Never, never, Jana ngaitaku.
Yeah, you can see now it is turning down the T's and making sure that things are not too harsh. And with that, the next thing that I can introduce, and before then, let me clarify things. After I do this, sometimes I pull up the de-esser to me the first thing, because the moment you you compress, now things are too much. Some things might be exaggerated and they might sound good or bad, but sometimes I like it to start with the de-esser at the top of my channel, because FL, I understand it counts from the top going downwards. So yeah, you can put it anywhere at any stage you feel like the T's are too much. Like in this vocals, we don't have so much going on, so I'll put it after the compressor. So now let's go to auto tuning the vocals, and maybe I want to use the auto tune pro because I even rarely use it. It is too heavy on my machine. I actually use the this is what I use in most of my vocals and my artist vocals. I actually don't like using that the pro one too much because the moment you get things right, this tool is very powerful. As I said, we are on C major. So let's hear how badly I missed it. So guys, if you laugh, please, I'll block you. Trust me.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I didn't do so bad. So yeah, let's first make sure that they don't happen rapidly.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
You can hear things sound good already. You can decide to fine tune. You can decide to pull down the gender side. I normally don't do all these things because to me sometimes they don't count.
Ooh, ooh,
And you can hear now the vocals are better apart from the mouth noise, the noise that I was making in my mouth. Back then I didn't know how to control that, but now I do.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
And with that, guys, you got a very solid and very good vocal chain going on. And this is where things get crazy because now you have to do all this in all the channels. But there is now the work of the basses. Like here, I make the bass. I'll make this. I know. I'll call it Vox bass. Yeah, that Vox vocals. Give it that color. Maybe I'm colorblind, so please don't charge me. And this is what I do to make sure that my laptop is not being overworked. I wrote things in here to make sure that there are those things that you don't need to put in every channel, each and every channel, right? Like things that you need to have in each and every channel. One is the picture. Every channel should be pitched on its own. So yeah, I make sure that just copy paste the picture. Sorry. I copy paste the picture in all sorry, I miss it again. I copy paste that in the three or in the four channels of backups.
Ooh,
So the moment I copy paste that, the other thing that I know, it will be all the same in the vocals. It's the de-esser, so you just press yes, you have one de-esser for all the streets because it does the same thing. So make sure that you have it light. So I remove this part. I delete that. And we are good to go.
ooh,
For the compressor, I can choose to maybe paste it and adjust things if I fluctuating too much on the song, or if the artist was on and off most of the times in terms of controlling the volume. And sorry, I have to copy this here. And the moment I get all this going, then that's the time now I go for another
Ooh, 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 ooh.
You can hear now things are starting to get a little bit boomy, because now these are all the vocals, but don't let that confuse you, because now the next part that we're going to do is the panning stage, and to get things sounding nice and easy.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Never, never, nyona ngaita.
Now you can feel things are so easy, the boominess is a little bit gone.
Ooh,
You can feel now the vocals sound easy and cool to the ears. Let's introduce the lead.
ooh, 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 ooh.
The lead, I saw the breaths in this, it was not combed, but don't worry about that. I comb it before I render, but because I told you this project was neglected, so yeah. So let's get where the lead is playing, and maybe let's actually save. It is not even saved. The lead sings as from this part.
Ooh, ooh,
Let's solo in. And the steps are all the same all through.
ooh,
You listen and attenuate or boost.
ooh, 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 ooh. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Now
ooh.
with that done, we are done with the leads. The next thing is to introduce the compressor, and in the compressor you're going to do the same thing we did to the other vocals.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku.
And with that, we are done. So the next thing you are going to put in here shall be the picture to make sure that the vocals are in. And because there's nothing which has changed with the key, you know, the picture will stand and it was from the previous presets, as in the settings that it had.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And now with this, I think these are the things, these are the ad libs, or maybe I guess these are the, or these are the verses. This was the ad libs. So I guess instead of doing so much, this should come, this we just let's copy paste everything. This is how you copy paste, guys. If you don't know, you just click on this button here and save preset as. You just come and paste it there and you're good to go. Now because this other one is a verse, I don't know what this Vox is doing, but because this is a verse, we just route it here instead of, you know, having so many things doing the same thing to save on the CPU space. So let's now get what other things are doing. Those other two, let's look for them. I think they're sitting around here.
Kwaku,
And because this is a verse, this is a verse.
kwaku, nevatonyeka, nyaona gaitaku.
Now in this scenario, I really need a bus. I can use a bus to save my CPU. The first bus was on backups. Now this one will be a vocal bus, you know, lead bus. And the reason I'm doing that is because there are things which can be shared, like, you know, we can use the same EQ, we can also use the same compressor. But when it comes to panning and the picture, everybody should depend on themselves. So you can pull in this picture in these channels. You can pull in this picture in all the channels, and with that we are good to go. So we wrote this in the buses.
Kwaku, nevatonyeka.
So we have to get which one will be in the center and which one will be panned.
Kwaku, kwaku, kwaku. Kwaku, nevatonyeka, nyaona gaitaku. Mwakwaku,
As I said in gospel, there's a lot of backups going around, and so, you know, you can hear the verse or the lead add some backups. It was, you know, giving some support. So yeah, with that, I think the most part of the vocals are done. Let's now listen in the whole part of the vocals. Let's maybe have it running from the start.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku. Never, never, nyaona ngaitaku. Kwaku nevatonyeka nyaona ngaitaku. Mwakwaku nevatonyeka nyaona ngaitaku. Never, never, haleluya Yesu mwana wa Musa.
Now you can hear the vocals are settled, they are cool, and they sound good. Now the other thing, or the other thing that I want to talk about is now, dealing with the backup vocals, because if you want them to sound big and like they are in choir, there is a trick that I use, guys. And this trick includes I route these vocals into a reverb channel. let's let's give it just a random color, like that would do. In here I have two options to use. I can use the convolver or the this reverb, the fruit reverb too.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
You can leave the reverb as it is, or you can, because now it is on its own channel, you can play along with it, because now I know it increases volume, because it's like doubling the channel. So you push the wet knob on and the dry knob down, and now maybe play along with the size a little bit. This was just cutting the low cut, the magnet that you don't want. And then on top of that, you have to introduce something else. Yeah, you introduce limiter again, for the purpose of side chaining. If you don't know how to side chain, this is how you side chain. You click on the compressor and this side chain button, right click on it, and it will give you options. You are side chaining the vocals bus. Anytime that because this was I missed the name, but it's okay. This is to make sure that anytime the vocals that are coming from this channel are active and on, the reverb ducks down or just going down a bit, to not be everywhere and ruin things. And the moment the vocals like go off, it now shines to give you the tail that you'll get in a normal circumstances. Like if you're in church and then you clap your hands, you can hear now the reverb coming back to you, if you get what I mean. So when you saying this, what you do, you make sure that the threshold is down to somewhere below, just slightly below the vocals, the wavelength itself. You push down the knee around not more than 50, and then don't touch the ratio and the other things. Just leave them in the air. Now push down the volume, because you'll have another like reverb going on at the end of the chain. And you can also add a delay. Let's name this to DLY for delay, random color. Now let's use the delay, this fruity delay. You make sure that, sorry, you make sure that you pan this to some amount, and then you click on ping pong to make sure that the ping pong effects kicks in. If you don't pan, it doesn't work. Then you lower. This is the amount of the feedback that you'll be getting, how many times it will be hitting, and then I think you're done, and you can push this to 4 according to the time change of the song. Now here you can also throw in a side chain, and as I've shown you how to side chain, the other thing that you can throw in here is an EQ to make sure that you deal with some, frequencies that you don't want. And here I am sure I don't want the highs on the reverb and the lows, and maybe because I know where the vocals rule, I just duck down somewhere around there and make it broad, and you're done. I'll do the same thing for the delay. Some things come with practice, guys, and how well do you know your sound, or your artists, how much I've learned from them. So the next thing that I'll introduce here is panning. And to pan, I'm gonna use this Fruity Studio Enhancer. For separation, I go around 38, 50-ish. Not going beyond there. Sometimes I push it to the right. Now the delay will go to the left. And with that, guys, we have the first vocals that you listen to, or something sounding maybe better or similar to that. And that's how I mix my vocals. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe. And if you have been with us for some time, please, thank you so much for choosing us. Make sure that you share, you like, and you leave a comment, maybe what you want us to address, change, or you have a few tricks that you want to teach us to, guys. That is so much welcomed. So make sure that you keep following along, because we'll be posting these tutorials, weekly or oftenly. And guys, if you want to learn something from me, please make sure that you comment down on the comment section and let me know that you want me to address something, or maybe you want to learn something from me. I'm be very happy. And also, if you want to see how I record my vocals in Studio One, I use Studio One files to record my vocals. I hope I did a flash of it in this tutorial. I don't know. Yeah, so please make sure that you leave a comment down there, and I'll show you how I do that. Also, for the equipment that I use, I will list them down in this in the, what do you call it now? Yeah, I'll explain some things down there on the equipment that I'm using, but for the purpose of it, I have For the monitors, I have Prisoners Aries E5, and I have a Behringer Euphoria UMC22, and the other things you can see them, it's an FL Studio 20, I think it's 20.7. And you know, for the microphone, I listed down there is BM800, and for headphones that I use, they are the Behringer HP, what is HP what? HPM 1000, and that's what I use to make this or to make music. And if you want to listen to my music, you can as well tell me. I can leave a channel of my artists, some artists that I've done work for them down in the comment section. That is, if anybody requests, I'll be leaving that for them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you so much, guys. Please, let's keep growing this channel. Let's make sure that we hit 500 subscribers in a week's time. Thank you so much. This is my journey to 500 subscribers, and I hope you're going to give me that. Bye bye. Love you so much. Subscribe, like, and share. If you're a pro and you feel that we are not doing things right, please make sure that you tell us in the comment section. And if you feel like there's something you can learn from us, thank you so much. If you feel like you can give us some input, thank you so much. Please let us know. I will also be leaving my email and my phone number for WhatsApp only. Please don't call. WhatsApp only number on the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye. Let's listen to the vocals the last time as I sign off.
Ooh, 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 never, nyaona gaitaku. Ulanzi yasake